How's it going, everyone? Welcome to episode 1 of Myteam career mode. Basically, I had this video recorded. I had a bunch of videos recorded, but something happened, and I lost all the footage. And this video is just the one of the footages that survived. So basically, in qualifying coming up, it's going to sound a bit different than the majority of the race, as only a small amount of the race actually survived, but I'll kind of explain what happened in the race as the main intro got deleted and I couldn't find any of the footage. So, yeah, just if you want to skip to the race, if you want to know what happened. Here we are in Imola. What a great track to race on. Really satisfying too, but also has a pretty difficult turn. Probably one of the hardest turns in the game, but other than that, it's a fairly easy track, and let's hope we can get out of Q1, although probably highly unlikely given the car. But coming around turns 2 and 3, let's not use too much curb. We don't want to, don't want to unbalance the car. And normally I would have a video of practice, but I was just trying to get used to the car first. And here we go off, but we continue the lap. But yeah, I just had to use all the practice time just to really get used to the car, because you can't use quite a lot of the normal braking zones, especially in the final laps. I mean, final corners. Normally you don't brake out of the final corner. You just don't use any throttle. But as you'll see, I will have to brake. And coming up through here, want to use some. We don't use a lot of the curb here. Not a very good lap, but I'm not really confident in the car and getting into Q1, so I really wasn't going full out. I was more so looking to have good race pace. But yeah, as you can see here, not normal braking right here. As you can see, I have to use a little bit of the brake, but yeah, coming across the finish line, yeah, pretty bad. I mean, we do finish ahead of the Hasses, but yeah, not very good. And I did not attempt another lap, and as you guys will see coming up, we finished P19th, which ahead of the Hasses, not good. So let's hope this car has great race pace. I'm sure it will, because in Bahrain it did have decent race pace. But yeah, let's hop right into the race. It's race day here in Imola. We keep our default strat, and let's get this race right underway. Lights out and away we go. We get a semi-decent start. We overtake the Alfa Romeo of Antonio Giovinazzi, and we try to keep an inside line here. We don't want to. I mean, we want to get some nice overtakes at the beginning. And here we just get pushed off the track by George. I don't know what he was thinking there. And we go side by side with our teammate. And we want to make sure we don't want to bump into him here, because the AI take a completely different braking point. And coming up, we'll re-attack on George, but he just pushes us off again. I mean, don't know what he's saying. But coming up here, we do overtake George. And now it's on to Seb. And coming around this corner, we want to be very careful because the AI brakes so early. And as you can see here, we have to just go off track, and we lock up so bad. And we bump into Raikkonen, but luckily no damage to the front wing. And we do try to attack, but would have been a bold move. And surprisingly, no incidents. I mean, I was very surprised there was no incidents going into turn 2. But, yeah, so far so good. Alrighty, so this is where the recovered audio ends. It's just a short amount that survived. But here we go for a move on Russell. Yeah, like I explained in the intro, we lost a lot of videos. Because my plan was to make like 4 or so videos and upload those all at once, just for like the very beginning of the channel, just so like I have videos out there, just in case one video does really good, people can come and watch other videos on my channel rather than have one video uploaded, and let's say that video does really good, and but then no other videos for other people to watch. There will be a safety car. I don't want to, I didn't really want to spoil it for you guys, but there's going to be a safety car in lap 3. I'll explain a little bit more what happened there, but Russell tries to go for another move on us, but we're able to shut the door, and I know the audio kind of changed a little bit, as when I was watching this video, or listening to it, I kind of cringed a little bit at some of the audio, because, this was going to be the first video, as in Bahrain was super boring, and I didn't have, like, a lot of footage, so I kind of scrapped it. But this one was a good video, and I'm kind of happy it survived. But yeah, coming up here, you'll see, I believe, Yuki Tsunoda spin off, but we're able to capitalize on all these positions, and we're able to stay ahead of Ocon for the safety car. And yeah, so I'll start explaining here. So basically, I had this video. Unfortunately, Monaco, Portimao, and Spain got deleted. I know that's kind of in the future from where we are now, but they got deleted because they were on a hard drive that kind of got, like, the SATA port. There was something wrong with it, but when I decided to move my computer back to the ground, it kind of messed it up, and I lost a lot of stuff on that hard drive. But then with the other videos, which was Canada and Baku, basically I have my scrapped videos. So let's say I don't like it when like a lap 1 incident, like let's say the AI are just being stupid and kind of ruin the race. I don't really like that. I don't want that to dictate the race, so I stop recording, and that's sent to a scrap file. But what I accidentally did was delete the scrap file, or not the scrap file, the main file where like all the main videos were at. And basically when I realized, I was like, oh shoot, I deleted it. I'll just recover everything from the bin. And it wasn't the only thing in my bin. I had other stuff, but I don't know why, but only like small amounts of certain videos actually were recovered. Like only the intro of Canada survived, so not the main race. And really the only thing stopping me from not restarting this entire like series was this race surviving. And basically, just to summarize, Baku, we finished last because we kind of in the final lap, I believe it was Nicholas Latifi, kind of made a really late move under braking and broke a little bit of our front wing, and we just lost a lot of time, and we were close to the points in that race. But Canada wasn't an eventful race, but we did get points. We finished P10, so we got our first points in that race. But it was a pretty boring race. I kind of just want to do this now, so I don't have to spend a super long time in the Paul Ricard video, but I'll still definitely have a small summarization of what happened in case those of you just didn't watch this video or didn't skip to this area, because I was in a weird position where there's no intro footage of like the main screen for Imola. It was just qualifying in the race that survived, because really the only reason was probably because I had them exported out of DaVinci Code, or DaVinci Resolve, and yeah, so that was really the only reason we survived. But as you can see in the race, we're up in a P4 behind Bottas and Sainz, in Gasly in third place. The safety car does end here. That's enough spoiling. I don't want to spoil the race, but that's the end of the spoiling. So yeah, that's basically what happened. That's why we're in Imola, and then completely skipping to round like 9 in the Paul Ricard. So yeah, so far I've not been lucky. And of course, I do have a video of Las Vegas in Assetto Corsa. I do definitely suggest watching the video as I kind of summarize the channel a bit more. As I kind of had the video summarized in the intro for this. Just want to make racing content that people enjoy. It's not strictly Formula One, the game. If you guys want to see maybe some iRacing or R Factor or Assetto Corsa, I'll definitely do that. But it doesn't have to be strictly F1. Although I just decided do F1, and I was gonna actually have a video of the PSGL League, but if you're in the league, you know that we're not racing in Brazil, as we get a very good start on Gasly, and but we kind of have to lift off the throttle, as I don't know what the penalty is for staying ahead. But here we go for a big lunge on Gasly. Not a very clean lunge, but up into P3. I don't know if we damaged his car. That was a pretty careless attack on Gasly. Here we go wide. As you'll see, we go wide quite a bit more, but Gasly tries to attack us again, but then so does Ocon. But we're able to close the door on Ocon, and Gasly falls back, and in the mirrors you can see them going side by side a little bit, which will benefit us, as we do not have the pace to stay in P3 while there are cars right behind us. And try not to spin out here, as this is a difficult corner, but there is another yellow flag. But to resume racing, and we're yet to pit. But here we get a virtual safety car, as Sergio Perez is out of the race. So here, I kind of decide to go for it, as in pits, or go in pit. But yeah, I'm kind of happy this video survived, as here I make a vital mistake. I don't slow down. And we get a 5-second time penalty, and this is not going to be good. This is going to be a big disability in the race. And now we come into pit, as the only other person to pit is Alonso, and we probably could have stayed out longer. We probably could have decided to pit maybe when when Sainz maybe decided to pit. Unless Gasly, of course, got in front of us, which probably would have been the case. But we pit here, but unfortunately that big 5-second time penalty is going to be quite a disability, as here we kind of lose the car a little bit, but we managed to stay on. And coming around this corner, or coming around this final lap, this is where everyone else decides to pit, and here is where we will see who will end up right behind us, or who we will end up in front or behind of, as we go past Gasly, and that pit stop definitely benefited us, as we managed to get way ahead of Pierre, unless maybe he got into a battle with another driver. But here P13, as there's still a couple of drivers who have to pit as our teammate and Mick Schumacher, but here they decide to pit, and Tsunoda, as we can see in the pits, the man who spun off. But here we go wide, but still able to hold on and not spin out, as I do go wide quite a bit, as these cars are very heavy, the starting cars in this game. The strategy is just to do one stop, so don't really pay attention to them trying to force me onto a 2-stop, as that wouldn't make sense, as it's only a 16-lap race, which I believe is medium length. But yep, Stroll 2.25 seconds behind that 5-second time penalty. Not going to save us, as if we look on the mini map, that Ferrari is sandwiched between the two Aston Martins, and the Ferrari is not that far behind, as that 5-second penalty will not cushion at all. But Mick still does have to pit, and I think we probably will be a little bit ahead. I don't know if those McLarens uh, have pitted yet, but here we see that they probably have pitted, and maybe had a different strategy that was benefited more during the safety car, as I believe as Max Verstappen is first, and he was the first to pit during the safety car. But here we're in eighth, and Science right behind us. Um, yeah, that 5 second time penalty really, really, really crippling, as the two Aston Martins are not far behind, and we have the Alfa Romeos trailing a little bit as Science gets even more closer, and it kind of looks like he's going to go for a move here. And here we kind of want to be careful, and we have to cut the corner a little bit, as we don't want to touch the back of his wheel and cause him spinning and possibly receive another time penalty. But we're able to hold on, as he didn't get a very good exit out of that chicane. But here we almost lose it, as just a vital mistake, and that's really my main problem as a driver, is one big mistake, such as that 5 second time penalty, I kind of let eat at me. Although I have been kind of getting better at it, kind of just eats at me and kind of ruins me mentally for the race. But we saw Stroll there try to go for a move, but we were able to hold on with good defending. But here we go wide again, but I do hold on. But as you can see, Vettel has overtaken Stroll, and I don't know if that Ferrari maybe got some sort of damage, as he's fallen down quite a bit. And Vettel right behind us, half a second, quarter of a second. But then we see Sainz re-attack Stroll. Maybe I didn't see clearly there. Maybe Sainz was always in 10th. I don't know. But here we spin a little bit. Not going to be good, as Vettel will have DRS coming down this main straight. But we got to hope that that maybe Kimi Räikkönen will be able to attack Carlos Sainz and maybe slow him down enough to where we are able to have that 5 second time penalty not cause anything. But as you can see, our teammate did pit, and we had a little yellow flag just behind us. But I wonder what happened there. I don't know if maybe he got into a altercation with someone, as it looks like Stroll also pitted. So I don't know if maybe my teammate attacked, or Stroll attacked, and something bad happened. But as you can see here, we go wide as we lock up and come in too fast. And if you go too fast in that corner, then it's game over and you will spin out. But this allows Vettel to get even more time on us, as he's out of the DRS range. But actually, we kind of gain a bit more time, and coming out of this corner, we might be able to get DRS, but I believe we're a bit too far behind. Yeah, no DRS for us this lap, and we just have to use our ERS, as Carlos Sainz is coming at us, and he's a man on a mission, and it looks like Kimi Räikkönen will not be able to stop him and slow him down enough. And actually, Kimi Räikkönen is within 5 seconds of us, so as of right now, we will not be in the points. But we just need to drive our hearts out and try to get out of the 5 second time of Kimi Räikkönen. And Vettel is just slipping away from our grasp, as we do go faster around here than most of the AI. But coming in this final sector is where the AI are much faster. But there's a yellow flag in the second sector, and we can see it kind of continue, as one of the Haas seems to be going slow, whether it's Mick Schumacher, but I believe it's Nikita Mazepin, as Mick Schumacher is up there, and I thought he had pitted, or I thought he still had to pit, but I guess not. I guess maybe he pulled the trigger. Um, but here, Science within a second of us, and Kimi Räikkönen has gotten into the 2 second time. As here we almost lose the car, and we kind of have to secede the position to Carlos Sainz. But even then, here we're able to kind of defend a little bit and throw our elbows out. And hopefully coming down this main straight, we're able to have DRS. As here we're able to brake much later than him, and but we do get DRS, and we do have a little bit of ERS to work with. But still not able to. As here, we don't pull out in time, and we break part of our front wing. And now that I'm remembering this, actually, we managed to stay on here. But now that I'm remembering this, I remember the video cut out during this, and then when I got video of the results, or tried to, the game crashed. So basically, we finished ahead of Ocon, but then because of the penalty, we finished, I believe, 17th or 15th. Yeah, far from the points. But yeah, it's basically how Imola went, and how we went from Imola to the Paul Ricard, as I mentioned, and I'll also mention in the Paul Ricard. But thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment what you guys want to see. But that's all I have to say. Peace.